So far in Chapter 7, we've been looking at exponential equations, and we've got two sort of main formulas that we've been looking at for compound interest and car depreciation and continuously compounded interest. The first is a equals p times 1 plus r over n to the nt. This is the one we've been working with most. And the newest is the one we learned the other day called PERT for short, that uses Euler's constant, so a equals p times e to the RT power. Now both of these formulas help us figure out compound interest or continuously compounded interest. And we've run into some problems, and you guys have been asking about these, when we get an x up in the exponent. So for instance, if we had, let's say, $5,000 and we are investing it at 8% interest compounded continuously, and I wanted to know when my money would double. So how long will it take to double? Well, since I see the word continuously, that tells me to use PERT. And I know doubling 5,000 would be 10,000. So I would write out the equation 10,000 equals 5,000 times e to the 0.08, because that's my 8%, x. Okay, and actually I don't need a parenthesis there. So I would want to solve this equation, but we have this x up in the exponent. Until now, the only way we would know how to do this is to solve it graphically or to look in your xy table. So we would have to be using our calculators to sort of get the x by itself, but we didn't know how to do it algebraically. Now, to do it algebraically, we're going to use SADMET, just like we've done in the past. So I would divide both sides by 5,000, and I would get 2 equals e to the 0.08x. But now it comes to the place where I can't cancel out anything because division, subtraction, addition, square rooting, none of that's going to work to get this exponent to come down out of the exponent. I can't get to the x. And so I need a new tool. The tool I need is called a logarithm, and so we're going to define that today. Now, if I had something like 2 to the x equals 8, you guys could tell me what x is just because you know something about exponents. You know that 2 to the third equals 8, and so you could tell me that, Mrs. Lowney, x must equal 3. Well, a logarithm is a machine that tells you what that exponent is. So if I had this machine called log base 2, and I plugged 8 into that machine, what it would do is it would tell me 2 to the what power equals 8. And it would spit out the exponent that's appropriate. So in this case, it would spit out 3, because 2 to the third power equals 8. And so a logarithm is a special tool in math that tells you something about exponents. So what you'll see written in a textbook is you'll see log base 2 of 8. Okay, this is like function notation. It's kind of like when you said f of x. You know how this is not f times x, it's f of x. This is function notation also. The function's name is log base 2, and the thing we're inputting into it is 8, and the output is 3. So log base 2 of 8 is 3. To give you another one, if I said log base 2 of 4, well, it would be plugging 4 into the base 2 function machine, log base 2. The question the machine asks is 2 to the what power equals 4, and the machine tells you that obviously 2 squared equals 4, and so it would spit out 2. I'm going to do part 2 of this video, so go ahead and check on the blog for part 2 of this same section.